Supervisors' regular monthly meeting, Monday, April 5th, 2021. We please rise and salute to our nation's flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. Let the record show Supervisor Savavic, Cassiola, Fleer, Egizio, and Fisher, who will participate via phone. At this time, we'll take citizens' comments will be taken for anything to be voted on by the board that appears on the agenda. General Township comments or questions will be addressed after the Board of Supervisors' discussion of old business. Please step to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Okay. Announcements. Jordan Tax Service will be at the Cecil Township Municipal Building to collect property taxes on the following dates and times. Wednesday, May 19th, from 9 a.m. to noon. Monday, May 24th, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And Friday, May 28th, from 9 a.m. to noon. Parks and Recreation will sponsor a fishing derby on Saturday, May 1st at 9 a.m. Touch a Truck will be held on Saturday, May 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Information will be posted on our website and on the Parks and Recreation Facebook page. Resolution 067-2021, consider ordinance number 420-21, vacating a portion of South Point Boulevard right-of-way in the Alma Actuators Plan. A duly advertisement and notice hearing was held this date at 6:30 p.m. Dan?
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 68-2021, consider application 2021-0003 for the Alma Actuator Subdivision Plan, location 100 South Point Boulevard, Canonsburg, Special Development Zoning District, applicant Alma Actuators Incorporated. The Planning Commission recommended approval on February 18th, 2021.
Make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 69-2021, consider reapproval of application 2020-0040 for the Machalka Subdivision Number 1 Plan, location 50 Brookside Drive, McDonald, R1 Low Density Residential Zoning District. Applicant Cyril James Machalka. The Board of Supervisors approved the plan on January 4th, 2021, which has since been subject to SOAR revisions as approved by the Cecil Township Municipal Authority.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 70-2021, consider acceptance of the deed of dedication for a turnaround on the south end of Brookside Drive as shown on the Machalka Subdivision Number 1 Plan.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 71-2021, consider application 2020-0034 for the Nazar Property Land Development. Location 7 Montour, 4 Place, Lawrence, I-1 Light Industrial Zoning District. Applicant Chris Nazar. The Planning Commission recommended denial on March 18, 2021 due to failure to address the requirements of the Cecil Township Unified Development Ordinance and Stormwater Management Ordinance Number 7-2016.
I'll make a motion to deny it.
I second that. Mr. Chairman, the reason the Planning Commission and the engineer had reviewed this, they had sewer and sanitary issues that no plan for it. They had issues with their parking and their pavement issues that they never addressed. Screening requirements that are required in the ordinance weren't addressed. And the big part was the stormwater that wasn't addressed in any way, shape, or form for the retention and volumes and things like that. So that's why it really has to be denied.
Okay, we have a motion, a second, to deny this. All those in favor of this?
Discuss any further information from Dan?
No, this was recommended by the planning board. The consultant that was on the call for the planning commission meeting asked if they could provide any more information before the Board of Supervisors meeting, and I said they could, and we've not received anything else. So there's been no attempt to try to address this, and we've been working on this plan for well over 8 months, Jack? Where's Jack? Yeah, at least 8 months,
So you said recommended, but you meant recommended denial?
correct.
Okay. That's all.
So there's been a motion and a second to deny this application. All those in favor of denying this? Aye.
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 5-0 passes.
Fails. Fails. All right.
Resolution 72, 2021, consider the seventh release of financial security posted for the installation of public improvements for the overlook at South Point Phase 5 from $269,489, $269,489.25 to $207,551.25, a total reduction of $61,938 as recommended by the township engineer.
Dan, are we holding enough money back that there's a lot of paving to be done over there?
Yeah, I wanted to give, before we jumped into this, all three of these are for the overlook. There hasn't been any money released here for some point in, some amount of time, and I actually kept this off the agenda last month because I wanted to make sure that we spoke to the developer, and his response was, that if you recall, phases 1, 2, and 3 have been accepted. Those items have a maintenance bond on them. We're not releasing the maintenance bond because they have some punch list items to do. Phases 4 and 5 have final wearing course on them, but there's a punch list on them. And phases 6 and 7 remain yet to have the final wearing course put down. So each one that you look at, there's enough money to cover all of the items that we have, plus more. So I told them that I would recommend these bond releases tonight, as long as they had a plan in place to get everything completed. So they plan to do the final paving in phases 6 and 7 here as soon as spring and the plants open up. And then they're gonna address the punch list. They wanna be out of here by the middle of summer with most everything. Most of the houses are built up there now.
Right.
So it's just a matter, and there's some issues there, Ron, that are similar to McConnell Trails, where some of the issues are Ryan sort of developer issues.
Right.
And he's just gotta work those out. We don't care whose issues they are, they just need to be addressed, and they're on the punch list.
Joe, it was a pretty big punch list, wasn't it?
What's that?
Joe, wasn't it a pretty big punch list?
There was a large punch list, but he was working on getting them resolved. And, he wanted to pay 6 and 7 last fall. There was still a lot of homes under construction, so I told him he was going to pay it.
All right.
Yeah, but Ron, I would never bring anything before the board.
Okay.
No, just so the board knows, I would never bring anything before you that would lessen our effect to get the whole job done. You know what I mean?
Correct.
In fact, I hold 15% at the end until we get their maintenance bond. So no matter what, I mean, normal retention is usually 5%. So we're holding a minimum of 15%. In this case, all of these are more than that until we get everything squared away. So very careful at the end to make sure.
Yeah.
And remember, we have money from 4 phases here.
Okay.
It's not one, but it's been a while since we talked about this one, and it'd be nice to get it cleaned up and get it done.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 73-2021, consider the ninth release of financial security posted for the installation of public improvements for the overlook at South Point Phase 6 from $531,813.16 to $510,763.29, a total reduction of $21,049.87 as recommended by the township engineer.
I'll make a motion.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 74, 2021. Consider the third release of financial security posted for the installation of public improvements for the Overlook at South Point Phase 7 from $173,370.60 to $117,308, a total reduction of $58,062.60 as recommended by the township engineer.
I'll make a motion.
Motion, second.
Second.
Second by Eric. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Resolution 75, 2021, consider award of the 2021 pavement maintenance program contract aid to Youngblood Paving Incorporated in the amount of $441,917.40. This is the annual PennDOT Liquid Fuels funded paving project. Work will be completed on portions of Vista Drive, Parkside Drive, Pristine Place, Wilson Avenue, and Ridgewood Drive.
You have this motion before you for the contract A project. Like it says, it's the liquid fuels project. We're doing our first paving in Pristine Fields with Vista Drive from 980 to Terminus and 2 of the cul-de-sac streets that are off of it. And then we're going to do some work on Wilson Avenue to finish that up from where we left off last year, take it out to Mawinnie. And then we're going to do on Ridgewood, from William up to the top there with the milling resurfacing and replace that storm sewer that's in need of replacement.
Do I have a motion?
Hey, Donnie, wasn't there something else Bill was saying you was gonna talk about adding on? The parking lot?
I did have a conversation with Bill last week, one day, Ron, and I'm gonna go through my information and see what I had from quantities, and we'll revisit that. But we have some time. We'll bring it back. Yeah, we have some time.
Okay, I mean, it's something he's done.
Yeah, it does. But we'll get it back.
Okay,
Okay, I had a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 76, 2021, consider award of the 2021 pavement maintenance program contract B to Youngblood Paving Incorporated in the amount of $316,687.10. This is the annual township capital budget funded paving project. Work will be to complete full reconstruction of Elm Drive from McConnell Road to the cul-de-sac.
Okay. Right now, there's no cul-de-sac at the end of Elm Drive, but we're gonna approach the property owner and get his permission to construct that cul-de-sac. In addition, we're also gonna be making drainage improvements along Elm Drive to take care of the drainage problems that exist from mostly in the last block, that last spur street on the left-hand side. There's some underground springs there that are coming up that need to be addressed. And also, we're doing base stabilization on the road because in the course of making base repairs out there, we discovered that the pavement there is right on the soil. So doing the base stabilization is going to be the best course of action to reconstruct the street and get the drainage improvements done.
Thanks, Joe. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion, second.
Second. Discussion, please. How many quotes did come in, or could you shed any light on that?
So we've got
And what was the range?
5 bids, Eric. The low bid was $316,687.10, all the way up to $388,788.40. So we have 5 bidders.
So the 316 was not the winner of the bid?
Yes, he was.
I'm sorry, I thought you said on this one it's the 441.
No, that was the other one.
Okay,
316.
very well.
I make a motion.
Okay, there's a motion. We have a second? Second by Tom. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 77, 2021, consider the authorizing the township engineer to advertise bids for the repairs to the Ridgewood Drive Bridge.
we brought a presentation before the board. There were 3 different options related to the Ridgewood Drive Bridge. And if you recall, the bridge has 3 different spans. This span on the left-hand side being the one that has the most issues. It has, we have pavement issues, we have some deck issues, and the options for repair included just repairing the worst portion of the beam, that being the 3rd span, the deck and the beams. The second option was to replace the entire superstructure, deck beams and parapets, and then replace the approach pavement. And the final was a complete replacement option. If you recall, the estimates related to those ranged from option number 1 at $225, the complete deck replacement at $550, and then the total replacement of the structure at $850. So just looking for direction from the board tonight on how you would like to proceed with the bids.
I don't know what everybody else's thoughts are, but I think option 2 is the best, because number 1, you're just kicking the can down the road, because you're going to have to come back and do the other section in, what, 5 years maybe?
Yeah, 5 to 10 years on the other sections.
Option 2 would be completely new beams, deck, everything.
Correct.
I don't know, my motion is for number
Yeah,
2.
I'd agree with Ronnie too. Just that 35 years of lifespan on option 2 versus 40 years for option 3. Is it possible to get the quote on that option 3 as well, though?
The difference between options 2 and options 3, option 2 to remove the deck and replace the beams in the deck, that'll only require what we call a general permit from the DEP. Every time we work in the stream, we have to get a permit to do that. So a deck replacement is kind of the most simple permit you can get. You can get that within 60 days. If you go for complete structural replacement, you have to get something called a joint permit. It's a year. So that's why I would probably shy away from that, Eric. I mean, we could ask for the price, and if you like the price enough, you could backtrack on the permit, but that's probably not advisable because you couldn't hold the bids that long. So you either have to have, if you make the decision on option 3, you're not going to be doing the bridge until next year. If you want to do option 2, we feel that we can get the bids in very quickly, and as you see from the next set of bids, we did get, I believe, 7 people to bid the deck at Creedmoor. So if we turn this around very quickly, we'll get these bids in while people are still looking for work.
Yeah, well, I'd like that idea of 60 days to get the approval, but I'd still like to see the number, at least to justify to the public why we're spending.
We can get you.
But that's just my opinion, whatever the other board's members feel as well.
Okay, there was a motion on option 2 to remove and replace the beams and deck. Do I have a second?
Could we include that motion to include a price for option 3?
Extra engineering work too.
What I would say is that we don't spend a lot of engineering time, but we just give it to Conspan or somebody that provides precast to give us a number. That's where we got the 850 from. So that was an engineer's estimate based upon the replacement. It's not a bona fide bid. If you bid it, you have to have an exact set of plans and specifications that somebody's going to build it from. And that's what Tom says, that takes more engineering. And frankly, I don't think we could get that done in the same span of time.
Dan, was there money allocated to take that silt out?
Allocated to what?
Take the silt dirt out we was talking about?
Well, the silt, well, we got a permit to remove the silt.
All right.
I don't know budget-wise, I don't think there's any special money that was allocated for that because I think Bill at one time said he was gonna do it, right?
No, he can't do it.
Well, what we could do is we could take an alternate bid on that one and see what the price is to remove the silt while they're in there.
Yeah, I mean, we have to get it, we have to get it out of there.
Right.
Okay.
All right, I'll second the motion of option number 2, remove and replace the beams and deck. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Eric?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Resolution 78-2021, consider award of the Creedmoor Road Bridge Repair Contract to Independent Enterprises Incorporated for the base bid at $268,812.50 and add alternate bid number 1 at $17,650 for the total contract amount of $286,462.50.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion, I have a second.
Second.
Second by Cindy. All those in favor say
go.
aye.
Aye.
Do you need any discussion? Aye.
Abstain. Passes 4-4 with one abstention. Resolution 79-2021, consider ordinance number 5, 2021, amending the amusement device tax imposed by ordinance 1-83, section 2, codified as code section 214-2, from a fixed dollar amount per taxable device for a temporary period starting on January 1st, 2021, and ending on December 31st, 2021.
I'll make a motion.
This, so this, everybody's clear, this is to waive the amusement tax for year 2021. We have a motion.
I'll make a
Second.
motion.
Second.
Cindy seconds it.
I have a question. From a fixed dollar amount to what? I mean, what's the change?
It's gonna be zero.
There is no charge.
I thought we did that last month.
No, we talked about it.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry.
So we had a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Resolution 80-2021, consider the Board of Supervisors' regular monthly minutes from the Monday, March 1st, 2021, Cecil Township Board of Supervisors' regular monthly meeting.
Second.
Mayor.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Resolution 81-2021, consider the general fund invoices from March 1st through March 31st, 2021.
So moved.
Motion by Eric, second by Cindy. All those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 5-0. Board of Supervisors, discussion of new business.
Frank, can I just say something quickly to you and you can repeat it?
Go ahead, Cindy.
We're gonna have a meeting with the fire chief and Jerry Ozog, the board of supervisors, April 13th at 6:30. Can you tell the other board members?
April 13th, 6:30.
Yes. Meeting between the board of supervisors, fire chief and president, and Jerry Ozog.
Okay. Everybody hear that?
Yes.
I had one item, was brought to my attention tonight by a resident, was almost in an accident today on Rising Road at the railroad trestle. There's a mirror that's cracked. I mean, I don't know if there's anything we can do other,
I can talk on that.
go ahead.
I actually sent a request to PennDOT because of Jason Ortiz and PennDOT sent me a message back saying that they don't repair that mirror. They never put it up. I had Jason follow up, and he's saying yes, it's the township's responsibility. I sent an email to Bill to ask him to take care of it. Haven't gotten a response yet, but we are actively working on getting that replaced.
Okay, thank you. Cindy. Okay,
Donnie, do you hear any more in the streetlights from McConnell Road? Do you,
No, it's a time-consuming process. The order was placed in November of last year. They're still working on it.
okay. And just to get it straight, people on DePauli Road are saying that Range isn't gonna finish the road. Joe told me they absolutely are. They got a pole that needs moved.
Any new business?
No, I'm not.
Old business?
Yeah, I wanted to follow up with, you had mentioned earlier, we're gonna post something on Parks and Rec Facebook page, and I just wanted to hear what the update is on the Cecil Township Facebook page, or where is it at?
Jack, do you know?
As far as I know, Eric, it's still in suspension. Someone apparently reported our site, and Jack has made attempt after attempt to contact Facebook. It's an arduous process. They keep blaming it on COVID for not responding in a timely fashion. They just haven't responded to Jack. They still say they're still investigating, and that's all we get.
Wow.
I'd like to say something else. This is probably not gonna work, but can we get the municipal authority to participate in that bridge upgrade more? I mean, it's mainly for their truck. You guys got
Not
any
a bad-
ideas?
Not a bad idea, but then also I heard you mention last month that maybe that temporary bridge was $9,000. You thought that you could get it accomplished or something? Do you remember saying anything like that,
Oh,
Ron?
the temporary road.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the township could do it, but,
But the numbers came in so good.
yeah, it's not 75,000, it's 17.
Right.
And it could be less if we provide, mill lanes. No, I just feel in all fairness, they should contribute to this.
Request to him.
Pardon me?
Can't hurt to get a written request.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say is no. Who would do that, Donnie?
I'll work with Dawn to help them write a letter.
I can get a letter. You want a letter request sent to their attention?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you want to ask for. Or take it out of their $1 million we're giving them. Just that's it.
Anything else, guys? Any comments from the audience, citizens' comments? Come on up to the microphone, state your name and address.
Donna Click, I live in Ridgewood Drive. I have a complaint, and I don't know who oversees construction sites. I don't know who's responsible for that. I don't know if it's a building and zoning but for the past year, I mean, there's houses being built in there. Dan Ryan was building houses that now, rumors are going around that they were kicked out, or I don't know what's going on with that. But anyhow, my problem is, and our neighbor's problem is, they're making a mess and no one's cleaning it up. They're bringing in heavy equipment to move dirt and stuff. There's mud all over the roads constantly, gravel. And they put up those, I don't know what you call them, containment socks or whatever along the properties to keep the silt and the mud
Right.
from going in the street. They're driving right over them. They're all broken apart. I have pictures if you want to see them. The mud and everything is going into the storm drains. And when they do concrete, they have an area up there where they clean out their concrete mixers.
Yes.
And there's a containment there. But it's been running out and it's been running down the street into the storm drains, this concrete mix or whatever it is. And just recently, they left a large trailer that is for heavy equipment. It's sitting on the road. And now the back end of it does have reflectors, but the front does not. And if you're familiar with that, it's dark up there. And I'm afraid somebody's gonna come up through there and go right into the front of the trailer, because there's nothing on the front of that. They don't have cones, they don't have anything protecting that trailer. And it's been sitting there for 3 days now.
Joe, can you look at that?
I don't know who's
Never mind, Donnie.
who oversees construction. Yes. Who oversees the construction site? Who is responsible for that?
Well,
Is it the township? Is it the builder? Is it, the developer? Who is it?
the developer sells the lots to the builder,
Right?
so technically he holds the permits. The things that you've described tonight are a violation of a federal permit. So what we can do, I haven't been up there in a while, we were there when they were building the roads. If these things occur, we'll get a look at it, we'll notify the county conservation district of these things. They're the ones that hold and confine them related to these types of activities. So,
It's been a mess for over a year, since they
What about
started
the
building.
developers agreement, Dan, could it be just do that?
yeah,
too? Besides the county,
absolutely, yeah, I mean,
Well,
we can hold up on any further building permits, I don't know that they.
Well, I don't know, I just want to get them done now at this point. But I'm just, somebody needs to oversee this stuff, and I'm just thinking now, all these new developments going in, somebody needs to be going around and keeping an eye on these guys, making sure they're not violating any laws or ordinances or whatever we have. Because McConnell's Mills is a prime example. I just went up there, I was curious to see how their roads look. Now, they have sidewalks, so the people aren't going to complain because they're walking their dogs and stuff on sidewalks. Ridgewood doesn't have sidewalks, so we walk in that mud with our dogs and stuff. And it's getting old. But just today, they have big signs saying, absolutely no work only work from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Absolutely, violators will be prosecuted. And I went up there, and it was 6:45, and there were contractors up there working, laying concrete and doing all kinds of stuff. So who oversees that, I don't know, but, you have laws, but people are just doing what they want, and it's a little annoying. So, one other thing.
Donnie said he's gonna take care of it tomorrow.
Okay, because
Right.
what do you see it, it's a mess, and especially if
Yep,
it's
I'll
supposed
take
to
care of it
rain tonight, it's a mess. One other thing that I think is becoming dangerous, especially once that Southern Beltway opens, there's gonna be more traffic, maybe, coming in to Cecil from the 4 lanes to 2. And I'm gonna talk to the police officer. I drive into Bridgeville quite a bit, and I have family lives in the South Hills, so I come back that way once, twice a day sometimes. And when it goes from 4 lanes to 2, there's an issue there. You got people sitting there coming out on Rising Road, and you've got people coming down both lanes, and they're not doing 35. And you've got people that are trying to wiggle their way in before it goes to 2 lanes. I've seen near accidents, I don't know how many times. But I don't know if it's a PennDOT's responsibility because it's their road, I'm sure, but maybe make a suggestion that right lane, turn it into a right turn lane sooner, further back, and make everybody merge before that, because sooner or later, there's gonna be an accident, like I said, is with the traffic building up, with that Southern Beltway opening, I can see big problems there. It's not more clear.
Dan, how hard would it be to get PennDOT to come in and paint like how they have them deleted lines that you move over? Now, I've asked that before. I think that would be the solution. Because she's exactly right. People are coming off for 50, 60 mile an hour. As a matter of fact, I think, didn't one of you guys get somebody doing 90? No, I know you can sit there.
But and everybody's trying to beat each other to that 2 lanes, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
It's probably not a surprise. I have personally, I know other members of staff have contacted PennDOT ad nauseum about that layout, what can be done to improve it, and PennDOT just, they feel it's fine. They don't want to address it. They don't want to look at any improvements.
Don't wait until somebody's killed there pulling out on Reesing in front of
Well,
them.
we tried to address that before the Southern Beltway even got started, as far as improvements, knowing that the Southern Beltway was coming, and PennDOT just did not want to come to the table and participate, so
Maybe if we get
unfortunately,
everybody
that's
to
where we are.
contact them directly, maybe that'll help. Okay. And Ridgewood paving, I just have a quick question on that. When you said you're starting from William Street and going up, when do you plan on doing that?
It'll probably be about within 2 months, 2 to 3 months.
Because right now they're digging up Columbia Gas is digging across Ridgewood. And I didn't see any issues with that except up around the bend that probably needs replaced. Yeah, okay. All right, that's it, but I just, if we could have some oversight on these developments, it would really be helpful, because it's a mess right now. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Dale DeLugas. Live at 4039 Sir James Drive in the Windsor Woods area. And follow up to an earlier comment related to the paving of the lower portion of North Di Paoli. I was given to understand from Ridge, I guess, that they have done what they're supposed to do on North Di Paoli, and that the lower portion is the township's responsibility.
We met with them, they have a utility pole moved. Once the utility pole gets moved, the range will return with their contractor and complete the additional work that is to be done.
There's been some preparation work by the township and some coordination by the township on the movement of the utility pole, which was necessary for the
Okay.
final paving to be done.
How does that stand?
The request from Verizon said they would move the pole, that work order has been requested from Verizon to move that pole. Once that pole gets moved, range can return with their contractor and complete the work.
Is it just the one pole? There's actually 3 poles
It's
there.
one pole,
Okay,
and then there's some dirt to be removed by Public Works.
right. I understood other utility work may be involved, no? Okay. What is the schedule for this happening?
I don't have a specific schedule right now, we're waiting for the utility pole to get moved.
Who's pushing the utility pole to get moved?
Our permits person, he made the request last week.
Okay,
Renato, from the township, he's the utility coordinator, he works with the utility companies. It's very difficult and time consuming to get them to move this action.
I thought they were asked to do that a year ago.
They were asked, they said they would do it, and it was just a matter of letting them know what to do.
It's a coordination issue, it could have been coordinated better, but Range got ahead on their plan, so they wanted to do the portion of the road that they did. And then we all decided it would be best to hold off until this is all coordinated, which is in motion now. We'll come up with a schedule and get back to the township and report back on it.
But it's something that's gonna happen this spring?
This year, I would say in this construction season, I'm not gonna guarantee anything with the utility company.
It also appears to me there might be a problem with the one property owner that has a concrete drive coming down into there.
No, you can cut that off. They're gonna cut that off.
I'm sure they're gonna cut it off, but then you're gonna,
He has to readjust it. And the one they paved, that has to come back out too. It's out about 4 feet too far.
all right. Okay, so it's something in this year's plan.
But it is gonna get finished.
Thank you.
Tom Cronin, Kinsella Drive. Want to address the throughway that was developed on Rose Avenue.
Sure.
It was tabled last month, that discussion. Is there any developments on that?
Dan, did you notify the homeowner over there about a relocation of a driveway? Okay.
We had a meeting with the homeowner out there to discuss the options. I'd like to review this, I think, due to the actions with the board themselves before we talk about it publicly.
Okay.
So I think we'll defer, we'll probably report to the public next month on this issue.
So that's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and then at that time, I gave you a possibility of putting posts up.
Yeah, your idea was feasible.
How about just to bring the prices down on something like that and make it, a little more amendable? You might notice on the entrance to the trails at different places, I'm gonna call them a knockdown post where you can just drive over for emergency vehicles.
Sure.
Would that type of thing work in that area?
Um,
You know,
we have.
when people will drive over there, they'll know they're doing something wrong.
When we do anything in the township, we have to follow the latest PennDOT publications related to traffic control and
Okay.
things that we may use. So we have to be very careful of what we put there because in the event that there would be some issue or an accident, that we follow the standards. And this is an odd one. to get.
Sure is, yeah.
So we would probably continue to try to use, whatever materials that we use in a PennDOT situation, such as parking barriers. To
Wow, yeah.
hold things up.
Yeah, wouldn't it be safer to have like a knockdown type of thing?
I'd have to defer to my traffic guys on that, but there are attenuators that collapse. I'm
Yeah,
familiar
yeah,
with those.
sure, yeah.
I think the biggest issue here is before we can do anything with the property owner's property, and that's why I want to defer, we have to talk to the board about what the options are, and what that property owner would consider
Okay.
on his property. Because he has the right to both sides of it.
Certainly, I understand that, yeah, that's a
But we did meet with him, so.
Okay, so,
Full board's back, I'd like to meet with them first.
so now the road is open, officially open. So is there any criteria for opening the road between townships, between different authorities? What did we do to facilitate this opening?
It remains as is until it's resolved.
I mean, are we breaking any ordinances?
According to our solicitor, according to our solicitor, it is to remain in the condition it is now until we get through this resolution process.
Wow, so it's open.
I mean, that's all I can tell you, based on, from the board's legal, right.
Open the road, is it?
Under legal advice, right, that's what the board was advised, yes.
Okay, just open it and let it, even though there was no traffic study being done? There's no, you got Kinsella Drive coming into Rose, there's no traffic control there at all. No stop signs, yield signs. Is that permissible?
I mean, without any further,
So you'll get to put it off again and again, yeah. Is that it?
I think the board is, the board has taken an initiative to discuss, it is a very difficult situation.
It's
You're
been
dealing
4
with-
months. It's been 4
Well,
months
you're dealing with an illegal subdivision that happened years and years ago. You're dealing with a property owner, there's a legal aspect to this. So and I remember in talking with our legal counsel, there were a lot of people within that firm that actually looked at this, and it is very unique and very difficult because of the way the property line sits. So it's not something that can,
And that, yeah, I
yeah, I'm just trying to explain why it's taken some time.
property owners too.
Sure.
Because they were put into this. But they too signed the petition to close it
They
initially.
did, you're right, yes, they did,
Willy-nilly, they says, oh, let's open it, and now it's open.
you're right, yes.
So without any authority here. So you never voted on keeping it open? You voted on closing it, but now it's open? Any resolution you're giving me is,
Who opened it?
is that it?
Donnie, who opened it? Who opened it?
The property owner did. And I think this board, if you recall from the meeting last meeting, I think Mr. Cronin, you were at this meeting last month. Gretchen Moore did advise the board cannot close that till they work through this resolution process.
Tommy,
They
you're
voted to
more
close.
familiar with that than anybody.
There's I'm not gonna opine on the legal aspect. I don't know that. That's why we have to rely on what she advises. If that's wrong, then, the board is
Is there a
protected.
lot of traffic coming when it's open?
Have some action on, this.
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you.
Dan will get it worked out.
I apologize, I have one more point on North Key Bailey. When that gets accomplished, intersection with 350, it's kind of ridiculous with the Thai restaurant there. I'm trying to make a left-hand turn out of there. through the front porch to actually see if there's any traffic coming down.
The road is gonna be moved over.
You can, there's right away to the,
How far are we moving it down, you know?
Yeah, we initially tried to deal with the property.
No.
Research, we found more residents there.
Any further comments? Nope. Okay, this meeting's adjourned.